Okay, today we'll start the business mathematics course, second part of application of integral calculus in business and economics. Okay, in previous class we have studied more about this application of integral calculus in business and economics. Actually, we have to apply integral calculus to find out the total cost, total revenue, and average cost, uh, total and revenue also, and cost, total cost, etc. to find out the this all term in business, we have to apply integral calculus. In previous class we have studied how to find the total revenue, total cost by using integral calculus. Today we also discuss about these types of application. This is the second part actually, and in this part we have studied real life examples and applications of integral calculus in business and economics. Actually, to find the total revenue function and the demand function when the marginal revenue function is given, then how to find the revenue, we'll try to understand now. If R be the total revenue when the output or input or number of units is X, then the marginal revenue MR is given by marginal revenue will be just rate of change of revenue with respect to inputs. Okay, ddx of R, just first derivatives of revenue will give the marginal revenue. Now to find out the revenue from this marginal revenue, we must apply the integral calculus. That means, hence if the marginal revenue MR is given, then the total revenue R is the indefinite indefinite integral of marginal revenue with respect to X. That is, if we integrate this marginal revenue with respect to X, then we get the total revenue. Understand? Uh, the constant of integration K can be evaluated from the fact that the total revenue R is 0 when the output is X is 0. If there is no output, then the total revenue of course will be what? Is 0. Furthermore, we also studied this R equals to Px. That means price, total price and total number of units will multiply it. If we multiply, then this formula gives the revenue, right? Revenue R equals to Px. The demand function can be easily obtained. P equals to, this is the demand or function or price, right? P is the price or demand function. P equals to R by X. Now in this case we try to understand this example. If the marginal revenue function for output is given by Rm, this is Rm, M for marginal. Okay, marginal revenue equals to 6 divided by X plus 2 whole square, right? X plus 2 whole square plus 5. Find the total revenue function by integration. We have to apply this integral calculus to find out the total revenue. Also deduce the demand function. That means you have to find out the value of P, price. Demand function means actually P. Total revenue function is given by R equals to what? Rm dx. We have to integrate this. This is the marginal revenue MR, right? If you try to find out the revenue, we must integrate this. Then integration of Rm dx. That means Rm value of this what? Given 6 divided by X plus 2 whole cube whole square plus 5 second bracket dx. Now you have to integrate it with respect to X. Actually, how to integrate it? Just 6 divided by making partial 6 divided by X plus 2 whole square dx plus 5 integration of dx. Just distributing integral sign to both term. Now this is actually we have to integrate 1 by x square formula what? Minus 1 by x, or we can write this x plus 2 whole to the power minus 2, right? X plus 2 whole to the power minus 2, then x to the power n formula. That means what? X plus 2 to the power minus 2 plus 1 divided by minus 2 plus 1. Then we get this x to the power n formula, applying x to the power n formula of integration. Then there is no variable. This is why 1. Integration of 1 what? X. This is why 5x. Then after it, after integration, we must introduce a constant k. Okay. Now, since the total revenue is 0 at x equals to 0, if there is no production, that means if there is no units is produced, then revenue what will be? 0. So r equals to 0 when x equals to 0. Then putting here in this equation, x equals to 0. X equals to 0 means minus 6 by 2. And 5 into 0 what? 0 plus k. And revenue what? 0. R equals to 0 and x equals to 0. Then k equals to what will be? K equals to only 3. Okay, 6 and 2 cut. Then the minus 3 plus k equal to 0. Then k equals to 3. Now putting the value of k in equation, this revenue equation. This is equation number 1. You can name it as equation number 1. So r equals to, we get this k equals to 3 minus this. Okay, minus 6 divided by x plus 2 plus 5x. This is the total revenue. Understand? Total revenue. This is. So we have found the revenue. Also we know that r equals to what? Px, and p is the demand or price, and x is the total number of units. This is the formula of revenue. So p equals to our demand function, p equals to r by x, right? R by x. Just dividing r by x, below, putting the value of r from here. This value, okay? This is the value of r. This is the value of r divided by x. 3 divided by x. This divided by x, okay? And 5x divided by x, what? Only 5. X is cut. So after taking LCM, least common multiple, x and x plus 2 will be the least common multiple. Then dividing with the denominator and multiply with it, we get with the numerator, we get this. Then this is the price p, that means demand function. Okay, this gives the total demand function. P equals to 3 divided by x plus 2 plus p. 5 is the required demand function. This is the function because there is the relationship between two variables. One is p and other is x. X is the input and p is the price. Remember it. Now next example, if the marginal revenue function is this, similar function, marginal revenue is given, and show that demand function is this. We have to prove a condition. That means price equals to a divided by b minus x divided by, sorry, minus c. C is the cost actually, and x is the number of units, and p is the price. And show that this is the demand law. This is the law of demands for this marginal revenue. And marginal revenue, this is given ab divided by x minus b whole square minus c. This is the actually dr dx, right? Marginal, we must know the rate of change of revenue with respect to x is called marginal revenue. Okay, just first differentiation, ddx of r gives the marginal revenue. Now differentiating this, integrating on both sides, we get r equals to integration of this. Okay, just integration of this function, second bracket dx. Now where k is the constant of integration after integration. Now ab is the constant. The integration of what will be x minus b whole to the power minus 2, right? This can be written as x to the power n formula. To apply x to the power n formula, we can write x to the power n minus n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. N equals to what? Minus 2. X is what? X minus b. X into minus 2 plus 1 divided by minus 2 plus 1 minus c. There is no variable. So integration of 1 what? Integration of 1 x. This is why minus c x. Then the integral constant integration. Okay, we have to must introduce a constant after integration. This is the plus k. So this is the minus 2 plus 1 what? Minus, only minus. Okay, minus x minus b to the power minus 2 plus 1 what? X to the power minus b to the power minus 1. This can be written as ab divided by x minus b. So minus cx plus k. This is the actually r equals to this. This is the equals to revenue. You must know we have to introduce the initial condition. That means when there is no production, and number of units what will be? 0. Then revenue what will be? 0. Because there is no production, so there will be no revenue. So because revenue equals to what? Px. revenue what? Px. Revenue equals to what was? Px formula. If x equals to 0, then r equals to what will be? Must be 0. Price into 0. This is why revenue will be 0 when there will be no production or no produced of units. So x equals to 0, then total revenue will be 0. So r equals to 0, 0. Then ab minus 0 minus b, x equals to 0 minus 0 into x, okay, plus k. So k equals to what? bb cut, minus minus cancel, so only minus minus cancel, so a plus k equal to 0. So k equals to what? Minus a. Understand everybody? K equals to minus a. Just putting x equals to 0 and r equals to 0 in this equation. R equals to this, okay, r equals to this, r equals to 0 and x equals to 0 here. Then we get k equals to 0 minus a. So putting the value of k in the revenue equation, r equals to this, we get total revenue equals to minus ab, x minus b, minus cx minus this k will be what? Minus a. Actually total revenue equals to what? Px. We know r equals to px. Understand? So you must know revenue equals to what? Px. This is the actually formula for revenue. Revenue will be price multiply number of units. So this can be written as total revenue equals to what? Px. Now this equals to Px. So P equals to what will be? Just dividing by x on both sides. Okay. Dividing by x on both sides, we get this divided by x, cx divided by x, what? C. A divided by x, what will be? A minus a divided by x. So taking this and this LCM, least common multiple. Okay. Then taking LCM, we get this minus c. This is the minus c. Now we get minus ab plus ab cancel, so this minus x, so x cancel, okay, minus a divided by x minus b minus c. So this can be written as a divided by b minus x. B minus x, why? To take minus cancel, this minus and this minus will be cancelled, so we can write a minus b minus x divided minus c. Actually this is the required demand law, which was required this. P equals to a divided by b minus x minus c. Okay, we have proved this is as a demand law. A company determines that the marginal cost of a producing x units of a particular commodity during a one-day operation is MC. Marginal cost is 16x minus 1591. That means 1591. This is the marginal cost function. Where the production cost is in taka, the selling price of commodity is fixed at taka 9 per unit. Per unit equal 9, and the fixed cost is taka 1800 per day. So we have to find out this four condition. First of all, we have to find out the cost function. In secondly, find the revenue of the function. Okay. Thirdly, find the profit function P. Fourthly, what is the maximum profit that can be obtained in a one-day operation? So how we can solve this problem, a business problem, with the and this is the application of actually integral calculus. First of all, we are given price per unit what? Taka 9. P equals to what? 9. Understand? So marginal cost will be 16x minus 1591. So putting x equals to 9, we get this result. Okay. Putting 16 multiply 9. So the fixed cost and the this fixed cost given what? 1800, and marginal cost 16x minus 1591. Actually we are given this. So cost function number item A, cost function will be what? Total cost will be what? Just integrating marginal cost, right? If you integrate marginal cost, then you will get cost. So MC is given what? 16x minus 1591, and just putting the function, then integrating it. X integration what? X to the power 1 formula what? X to the power 1 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 1. That means x square by 2. This is the integration of x. Now integration of, there is no variable. This is why 15191 is the constant, and integration of 1 what? X, right? Then putting a constant c. This is the actually fixed cost, right? This is the this constant what? Fixed cost. Then fixed cost was given 1800. Fixed cost is what? 1800. This is the answer and this is the result of first condition. Now secondly, revenue. Find the revenue of the function. You must know revenue equals to px, right? Revenue equals to what? Total revenue px. P means price and x is the number of units. So revenue will be px. Now thirdly, find the profit function. Profit equals to what? Total revenue minus total cost, right? So total revenue 9x minus total cost, what will be? 8x square minus 1591x plus 1800. This is the total cost. Okay, just taking subtraction. So 9x minus minus plus minus minus, then 9x this adding what? 1600x minus 8x square minus 1800. This is the result, total profit. So total revenue minus total cost. Now what is the maximum profit? We have to maximize this profit function. We have to maximize this profit function. Now here y equals to this. Let y equals to this profit function. Okay. Now taking a dy dx. Dy dx what will be? 1600 x differentiation what? 1. 8x square differentiation what? Minus 16x. X square means twice x formula. X square differentiation what? Twice x. So this will be 16x and constant in differentiation what? 0. So dy dx will be this. Again double differentiation, second derivative, d square y dx square, what will be? This will be 0. Okay, taking dx on both sides. This will be 0 and differentiation of x what? 1. So we get 16. 16 is the positive, right? 16 is positive. So profit is maximum or minimum, which one? Actually this is minus 16. Okay, minus 16 is positive or negative? Negative. So profit is maximum. So for maximum minimum value, dy dx must be 0. Dy dx what? First differentiation must be 0. First differentiation value is this. So this is equals to 0. This is equals to 0. Then x equals to number of units what? 100. Number of units 100. So maximum profit y equals to, just putting x equals to 100 in the profit function, this function. Okay, given function of profit, just putting 100 in this function, we get the result 78,200 is the result. Next example, if the marginal cost is given by, this is actually marginal cost. Okay, marginal is given by this 3 divided by square root over 3q plus 4. Q is the actually quantity, number of units produced, and fixed cost is 2. Okay, fixed cost is 2 when x equals to 0. Find the average cost for 4 units of output. We have to find out average cost for 4 units of output. If x equals to 4, then you have to find out average cost. Now marginal cost MC is given. MC is given what? 3 divided by square root over 3q plus 4. This is the marginal cost. And fixed cost given what? 2. Remember it. This is given condition. Now to find out total cost from marginal cost, we have to integrate, because marginal cost means what? ddx of c. ddx of c. So in replace of x, there are q. Just dq ddq of c. So taking integration of marginal cost with respect to what? Q. In replace of x, there are q. This is why we have to integrate this marginal cost with respect to q. Now putting the value of MC. This is the MC, 3 divided by square root over 3q plus 4. Okay, and dq. dq means what? With respect to q, you have to integrate. That means q seems to be x. Okay. Now if we take 3q plus 4 equals to t, substitution process of integration, t plus 3q plus 4, then dt dq what will be? Differentiation of q what? 1. Differentiation of x with respect to x what was? 1. This is why single q of differentiation will be 1, and 4 differentiation what? Constant differentiation what? 0. Okay, so ddt dq equals to only 3. That means dt equals to 3 dq. So dt by 3 equals to dq. In replace of dq, we can put dt by 3. Okay, in replace of dq, we can put dt by 3 from right side. So and t equals to what? 3q plus 4. This is the substitution process. Remember it. In first semester you have studied the integration of substitution process. Just putting z equals to, you can put z equals to this also. Look like that. Now 1 by root t. T means this. Then dt by 3. Then we can square root as a power. We can write square root as a power. So t to the power minus half. This will be 3 to the power half. But if you take this is in denominator. So if you take it at as numerator in numerator, then it will becomes t to the power minus half. So x to the power n formula here. X to the power n formula. This will be what actually? T to the power minus half plus 1 divided by minus half plus 1. Formula what will be? Minus half plus 1 divided by minus half plus 1. Actually there is a mistake. Only minus half. There is a plus 1. So minus half plus 1 power what? T to the power half. Minus half plus 1 what? Half. And minus half plus 1 in denominator half plus c. This is the constant term. And 3 cancel. Okay. 3 cancel. So this equals to, actually this half can be written as 2 because this is the fraction in division form. If you take it as a multiplication form, then we can write this is as a 2 square root over t. T means what? Actually 3q plus 4. You have to put the values 3q plus 4 at last. Then this is the actually integral constant. Okay, after integration you have to introduce a constant. Now if q equals to 0, then total cost what? 2. Is it right? If q equals to 2, if there is no produced, if there is no output, total cost what was 2, because fixed cost was 2. This is why. So total cost equals to, this was given. For q equals to 0, total cost what was 2, and then we can write c equals to what? Minus 2. So putting the values of integral constant in this is the cost, total cost function. Total cost equals to 2 square root over 3q plus 4, value of c minus c. Now average cost what will be? Just dividing this with q. Tc divided by q. Total cost can this is the formula of total cost, average cost. Total cost divided by number of units. Number of units given q. Thus this divided by q, and this can be written as putting value of q, because we have to find out average cost for output what? 4. Okay, 4 units. That means when q equals to 4, then we have to find out average cost. So putting q equals to 4, we get the average cost equals to what? 3 by 2. Just putting q equals to 4, we get this result. Next, find the total revenue function and the demand functions corresponding to the following marginal revenue functions. Find the total revenue functions and the demand functions corresponding to the following marginal revenue functions. The MR equals to 9 minus 4x square given. Secondly, MR equals to this, and thirdly, MR equals to this. For the first condition, MR equals to 9 minus 4x square given. MR means what? Marginal revenue. So to find out total revenue, you have to integrate this. Okay, integrate with respect to x, since there is a variable x. That means output is x, input output or x. So taking integration with respect to x, just putting the value of MR 9 minus 4x square, and integration of 9 into 1. Integration of 1 what? X. And integration of x square what will be? X to the power 2 plus 1 divided by 2 plus 1. That means x cube by 3. And you have to introduce a integral constant. This is the integral constant. After integration, we have to introduce a constant. When quantity is 0, that means when x equals to 0, total cost what will be? Total cost of course 0. There is no fixed cost. This is why. If q, this is not q, this will be what? X equals to, okay, because there is the variable is x. So if x equals to 0, then total cost what will be? This is the total cost. So total cost will be 0 when x equals to 0. X equals to 0, then c equals to what? 0. Okay, so total cost will be given, putting the value of c, 0, just 9x minus 4x cube by 3. So for the demand function, we must know total revenue equals to px. Okay, revenue r equals to what? Px. This is the formula for demand function. So p equals to price equals to T revenue divided by X. P equals to revenue divided by X. This is the revenue. This is the revenue. Total cost. Total revenue. Total revenue what? Total revenue. Actually, this is not cost. This will be what? Total revenue. There is a mistake. Okay. This will be TR. Okay. This will be TR and this will be TR. This will be not cost. This will be what? Total revenue. Remember it. This is the total revenue because this was marginal revenue, not marginal cost. So this will give total revenue. This will be TR. There is a mistake. In replace of C, we have to use R. This will be also R. Okay. This is the constant you can write. Now total revenue equals to PX. So P equals to what will be? Total revenue divided by X. Total revenue what? This. So 9x minus 4x cubed by 3. Dividing by 9x by x what? Only 9. X is cut. This divided by x. Only single x cut. 4x square by 3. Actually, this is the demand function. In previous example, we found demand law like this. Similarly, for the second part, given marginal revenue equals to this and taking marginal total revenue by integration. Okay, integration of MR. Now, integration of this is the MR, a marginal revenue given function, and taking integration with respect to x. Dx means what? With respect to x. X is the number of units. Now, integration of 1, what will be? 7 into 1 can be written as. So, 1 integration x, this is x. And only x integration, what will be? X to the 1 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 1. That means x square by 2. This is the x square by 2. Now, x square differential integration, what will be? X square integration, x to the power 2 plus 1 divided by 2 plus 1. That means x cube by 3. This is the integral constant, not cost. This is the integral constant. You can use k. Okay. Now, if quantity is 0, that means x equals to 0. This will be x. Remember it. This is the mistake. If x equals to 0, then total cost what? 0. Fixed cost 0. So TC, this is the total revenue, not TC. This is the total revenue. TR equals to 0. So total revenue will be this. Then putting x equals to 0, then we get constant term equals to 0. So putting C equals to 0 here, we get total revenue equal to only this. Okay. This is not total cost. This will be what? Total revenue. Remember it. This will be total revenue. Now for the demand function, total revenue equals to Px. That means P for price and X is the total number of units, So P is the demand function. So P equals to TR divided by X. That divide now TR equals to this was the function. This was the function. Okay. Total revenue. This is not total cost. Remember it. This is the TR. So this divided by X means what? 7x divided by X, 2x square divided by X. So X cube by 3 divided by X, what will be X square by 3? 1x will be decreases. So 2x square divided by X, what will be twice X. This is actually demand loss or demand function. Similarly, for the third one, this was actually I have solved in previous example. 6 divided by q plus 2 whole square minus 5. I have solved it in previous example. So total revenue will be just taking integration of marginal revenue with respect to q. Remember, in replace of x, there are variable what? Q. Q is the quantity. Remember it. Number of unit produced. So 6 divided by q plus 2 whole square minus 5. This will be actually you can write q plus 2 to the power minus 2. Okay. Q plus 2 to the power minus 2 plus 1 divided by minus 2 plus 1 will give this result. And one integration what will be q plus c. When quantity is 0, then total revenue what? 0. Total revenue TR. This will be TR. TR 0. So TR equals to this. This is the TR equals to this. This will be not TC. This will be TR. Total revenue equals to minus 6. This. Now total revenue will be 0 if Q equals to 0. Then putting Q equals to 0 here, we get constant term. Integral constant C value will be 3. Now total revenue. This is the total revenue will be what? Total revenue will be just putting C equals to 0 here. Okay. This will be total revenue and this is the total revenue. C equals to only 3. Just this will give total revenue. This is the total revenue. Now for the demand function, total revenue equals to what? PQ. Q means number of units and P is the price. So P equals to what will be total revenue divided by Q. So total revenue value is this total revenue value. Okay, this. So total revenue divided by Q will be this term divided by Q, this term divided by Q, and 3 divided by Q. So this and this taking L together, then taking LCM, we get 3Q divided by this minus 5. Actually, this is the demand function price. Second part, আমরা next day তে third part. Next day we'll start third part of application of integral calculus in business and economics. Okay, bye for today. Next day we'll discuss the rest of the part. Thank you. Thanks to everybody.
Assalamualaikum, sir.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.